set as their guys will do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cowboys. 40 yards for Ezekiel Elliott. And the Cowboys are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. J-Rod Curse in on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now it's 2nd and 9. A handoff to Fournette. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he's taken down inside the 30. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing lead. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Ryan Succop for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott flushed out right. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Evans has got the first down and then some. Touchdown! Mike Evans, 35 yards, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Succop for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you? And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Fournette. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. So the defense has to stay out and get 1 more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles and they've changed plays when they see certain sets? A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. He's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken at the goal line. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Throwing on first down is Brady. To Evans on the slant. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A lane to run there is Fournette, able to get about 7 on 1st down.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Now they'll throw with Brady.
And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Rob Gronkowski there to make the grab.
And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
This is Tony Pollard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
They go to Elliott again. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Open man
It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now Elliott. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 12. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On third down, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This is a tough situation offensively because down 3 scores, the field goal kicker's not even going to come into play here. As an offensive play caller, though, you know you have to take chances. This is a time to get creative.
On second and goal, Prescott nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes Are you going to tackle him as he did there?
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on fourth. Brady to throw for it on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a first down past the 30. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference. And they crossed it on that play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. Extra point try now for Succop. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run, and all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Prescott on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll throw again. Prescott. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Brady going to throw here. Looking downfield for Godwin. They'll fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a play fake. Brady. And incomplete on the deep ball. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.